The milestones that the president mentioned last night seem to have done nothing to convince organized business. Business Unity South Africa CEO Cas Kuvadia says the SONA is one that would be expected in the run-up to the elections to appease voters. Kuvadia says the achievements of the country since the dawn of democracy are noted. He says the achievements that the president talked about in energy and logistics are as a result of partnerships in the private sector.
Government needs to be absolutely clear that it will partner business in critical areas of delivery. That business, in the way it interacts with government, must interact in a way that it also builds government's capacity to deliver and to do a lot of these things without the business participating. And so there's lots of work to be done.
The Consumer Goods Council of South Africa says the address was disappointing as it was looking for solid commitments from the president. CGCSA represents over 9,000 member companies in the consumer goods, retail and services sector, which is one of the largest employers in South Africa. CEO Zinhle Tyikwe says the president was thin on details on steps to grow the weak economy.
The fact that we are not seeing the vigor that we want the president in the last 5 years when he first took office, we wanted to see the vigorness of implementing all of the promises that we have been expecting and we've been experiencing or hoping for. So if you have to think about from an energy perspective, members are spending, they have to invest because they have to continue to operate. They have invested a lot more, but also that investment has been what the president has been talking about today, where he's talking about the solar implementation and the move towards reducing the impact on climate change. It's because members have no other alternative but to, because of the circumstances and the economic environment that we find ourselves in.
Chief economist at Efficient Group, Davi Roth, says the president completely misrepresented what is really taking place in the country.
In some instances, referring to some economic statistics, clearly the president is quoting those statistics completely out of context, or he simply does not understand that. In fact, in listening to the president, the ANC has just been the most amazing government that South Africa has ever seen. There are no problems in South Africa, and a little bit of problems that we do have can be light in front of the feet of the previous administration, referring obviously to the Zuma years as well. So this ANC government only achieved and only fixed everything in South Africa. There's absolutely no mention of the complete and a total collapse of most of the state-owned enterprises. There's no mention of what's happening to the local authorities. There's no mention of the collapse or and the calamity happening on the fiscal accounts.
COSATU has, on the other hand, welcomed the commitments made by the president, including the extension of the social relief of distress grant. However, it is concerned about the lack of details on timeframes. The federation says government needs to do more to drive infrastructure programs to stimulate economic growth in the country. Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.